Right, so I'm in the garage. The package has arrived. As you can see, it's quite bulky. I'm surrounded by absolute mess everywhere. This is just, I've tidied the garage up a bit. Now, obviously this is a two-man job. I have arrived, make a bit of space, and I put the wheels on here and then wheel it out. But obviously there's a risk of damage. There's so much crap in here that I would rather, well, what I'm gonna do is I'd rather do it over there in the old shed, or even in the garden floor, because I've got more space. So what I'm gonna try and do is lift it up, slide this trolley in under this side, and then lift the other end and push it and steer it out of here through that door into the garden. So stand by, watch this space. Now, a few months ago I started clearing some of this up. I just genuinely don't know how it's got like this and where this shit comes from, but things need to change. Now this morning I had a PT session in the gym. I was deadlifting. My fingers and arms, everything is still not at full strength, so this is going to be a struggle. Right, I've pulled it off. It's right here, baby, right here. I'm gonna get the trolley off, unpack it, and we'll start assembling it. Right, so this specific one is well packed. Corners are protected. Plenty of polystyrene everywhere. Yeah, so packaging so far not bad. This is the model we have gone for. Is the XL 15 drawer fully lockable system, 72-inch stainless steel tool cabinet. That's what it looks like. This is the model. Yeah, net weight 116 kilos. There you go. So look, there you go. There we have it. Now I'm going to start taking the polystyrene off. What I'm going to do is put the cardboard at the back, put these two polystyrene pieces on the floor, then put it on its back while I bolt on the wheel. Right, let's talk about this wheel. The steel on this, get off. This is solid, thick. Look at the welds on that. And look, not just a wheel, it's got alloy wheels. I mean, it's got smart wheels on my van on this. Look at this. It's got alleys. I've got alleys on my tool chest. But it feels quite strong and sturdy, so I'll give it that. The wheels do seem quite sturdy. Now the handle, there's a handle, comes with these screws and bolts there. And there's this plate here. So this, I presume, is to fix it, secure it to the wall. So we'll do that later. These bolts here are for the wheels, and those shorter bolts are for the handles. So let me get these out. This is the underside, so you get a good look. See all the welds, spot welds. Oh, someone's messed that little weld up there, look. There's a hole in that weld there. But generally, it's okay. Sides, I got this protective film on, so I'll give him that. There was another make that was more expensive, but this one is XL. See, what I'm thinking is these wheels, they didn't come with any washers. Should I be anal and put some washers on there? Let me see what I can find. Right, I've started bolting these on. I'm on the third leg. I'm on the... Hold on. Now, these are the bolts it came with. It's not much of a... It's got these little edges here which will grip the wheel, but I've been putting these washers on. Now, it didn't come with any washers, but I've put these washers on for extra sort of try and an extra layer of metal to grab the wheel. But like I said, the first little thing I would say is it could have come with some washers and some spring washers. I think it just would have been a more secure, more better, and getting the tightening right as well. Spring washers, once they close, you ain't got to tighten anymore. So yeah, that's the only, not criticism, but so far that's what I would say. So if XL are watching, or the people that make these drawers, maybe think of putting some washers and spring washers to add to this. Let me show you what I mean. So if you look at the wheel, there's the hole. Look. It barely covers it. Let me show you from the other side. Let me show you what I mean. Hold on. So what I mean is, look, if you look at this here, look at the wheel, if you look at how much it actually grabs. That's why I've added the washer. So when you put a washer on, anyway, that's the theory behind it. That's the theory behind it. That's on. As you can see, they're on. This is on. We're gonna get that one on now. Right, I'm gonna get it on its wheels now. Just show you around it once more. Right, look, so protected. It's got this protection all around the stainless steel, as you can see. Nice, sharp, compact little unit. Now watch me get it in. Could be a struggle. Right, I can't believe it. Managed to at least get it inside. I managed to get it this far. Before I do anything else, I think it's time for a cup of tea or a latte. Stand by. Right, we're back today. Right, as you can see, the place is an absolute problem with doing stuff like this in a workshop, having to move around. The place is an absolute disaster. I don't even know where to start. Same old story. So what I'm going to do is, I've thought, instead of worrying about this shelf and that shelf currently, what I'm going to do is clear this top. How do I do that? So if you look, all these tools here, let me show you. So if you look at all of these, if I just start organizing them into the drawers, this is it all out the way. Then I can take all of these bins up and all this stuff, put it on there, empty all of that, and get these two out of here. Maybe put them in the garage. But I have to spend some time on this. I've got to get cracking. So that's the first job. That's what I'm going to get on with. And that thing, like I said, it's on wheels, so even when the tools are in, I can move it around, adjust it as needed. So yeah, and also went to Aldi this morning. Instead of trying to get rid of tools or trying to get some control here. I ended up buying this. Let me show you. I don't even need it. I just went to get eggs and milk and ended up buying this. And not just this, they had screwdriver sets, they had loads of other gear, which I started looking at, which I had to exercise some discipline and walk away. Aldi is very dangerous for tradesmen. Tradesmen should go and shop somewhere else, because you go for eggs and milk and you end up buying tools that you don't need. So yeah, Aldi strikes again. Now, let me start sorting out some of these. Whoops. Right, so I'm thinking of this first drawer here. By the way, these drawers have this little all the drawers have these little pads to stop the tools flying around, because it's some grip. I think the first drawer, perhaps, all the screwdrivers. Every screwdriver I can find, I think just stick it in the first drawer, simple. Keep it simple. I mean, the amount of screwdrivers I've got laying around, you see, I might have to use that middle drawer, the big one. Show you how this is going. Right, so if you look now, screwdrivers are in, organized. This is as organized as it needs to be. You can open it and be able to grab something. That's it. There's plenty of space. It doesn't have to be overpacked, but this does the job. So now, if that's the screwdrivers, the question is, next one has to be basics: pliers, grips, that sort of things. Pliers, grips, cutters. What else we got here? All the different pliers, all the different cutters, grips, tin snips, for example. Tin snips are right here. Tin snips, whatever you call them, old school tools. They can all go in one drawer. So that's what I'll do next. Right, just to show you how far I've got, I've made a little progress. Workbench is a little bit clearer. These boxes here, that old Stanley, that it's all going. Just chuck it or leave it out. Someone can take it. Now, just to show you, obviously this might have to be adjusted as time progresses, but keep it simple. Pliers, cutters, side cutters, long nose, croppers, scissors in here. Saying that, scissors I might put in here. Down here, measuring tape, Stanley knives, got lead knife, got this, I don't actually know what sort of knife that is, but either way, it looks appropriate for this drawer, and there's a bit of space here for more, what you might call it, measuring tapes and stuff like that. So that'll go there. In here we've got tin snips, towel cutters, these, and whatever you used to call these back in the days, I don't know. So nicely goes in there. Top one, as you can see, just a load of screwdrivers. Open up, grab what you need, done. Perfect, job done. There you go. Now all the loose spanners, ring spanners, every set of adjustables were in the drawer on their own over here, but what I thought is, there's all this wasted space. It just doesn't make sense. Throw them in, I know where they are, simple as. And all these little things you collect over the years, these and that, all in here. This is for, I think, if what do you call it, for stopcock ultimately. So that can, it just seems appropriate for it to be in here. These ones I haven't started yet, but just to give you an idea, that's what we've got in here for now. So I'm making slow progress. We're getting there. I'm making slow progress. Now what I'm thinking is they had another unit. So the other one they have, which I'll put in the screen there somewhere to show you. Basically what that other unit's got is it's got these shallow drawers all the way to the bottom, and the big drawers are only at the bottom. And that unit was a little bit longer as well. I'm now thinking, like legitly, that unit was a couple £100 more. I'll put a picture and the price in the description so you can compare both. So this is a 72-inch. I think this is the more popular one because it's just got those different size drawers at the bottom, giving you more options. Now the other one that I'm talking about, like I said, it's a little bit longer, 400mm longer. Shallow drawers all the way to down here. Then the big drawers at the bottom. So I'm now thinking with that unit, you could have really organized all the different tools in shallow drawers so you don't have to stack the drawers up, because how much of your tools are really that bulky other than your block hammer, say, for argument's sake. So yeah, right, let me carry on. Once it's fully in, once all of this slot is in, and also the big drawers are filled, like I said, I'll give you a full overview so you can make an informed decision before you buy one for yourself. So stay tuned and keep watching. And kids, if you're watching, I do miss you, I do love you. Daddy's always here, battling away. Daddy's always here thinking of you. And one day we will be in this shop together doing projects, building stuff and doing stuff together. So don't worry, there's lessons in all of this for you guys as well. Right, stay tuned. Right guys, most of the tools are now loaded into the tool trunk, for want of a better word. The rest of the workshop is still a bit of a mess. Let me give you an overall view. It's a lot better than it was. Those two big shelving units, I've now got them out on my own, and I've managed to get them into the garage out the way. It's worked out quite well. It's got a lot of the stuff off the floor in the garage and made a bit of space where at least I can get through. I just need to really start getting rid of shit. I need to work through some of these boxes here. I say these boxes, bins here and there. I don't know what half this stuff is, but now what I want to do is just show you how far I've got and what I've done so far and how it looks. Now I've got all the tools in there, and I'll tell you what my observations are of this unit as well. So firstly, let's unlock it. So you hear that noise? That's a bit noisy, but I personally don't care because it locks it. It's locked, it's door open, it's secure. I love it. Now let me turn the camera around. I'm going to go through each drawer and show you how I've done it and give you my full observation. So now let's start on the sort of far left, yeah? So there's the unit. Start far left. This drawer is empty. When I say empty, it's got manuals and stuff in there currently. And by the way, these, when the drawers are empty, they're made to take 30 kilos. Each drawer is made for 30 kilos. So when the weight's not in there, if you look to open it, can you see the whole thing rocking? It takes a bit of grunt. And to close it, look, you got to give it some. You got to give it some. Here I've just got some crimping tools. Obviously, as my I find any other crimping tools, they're going to go in this drawer here. Close that. This drawer I've got pop rivet, and I've got this flexible drill shaft, which just, you'll understand in a minute why it's all there. That's just the sort of miscellaneous stuff, small bits and bobs. This drawer here, now ideally this drawer, I think, again, if you think about this wasted space, these drawers here, if you look at the thickness and the size, these drawers are ideal, and I'll explain at the end why I think I should have got the other unit that is longer and that has more drawers this size and there's no drawer of this size. So basically, instead of this drawer, there'll be 2 drawers here, and then it's a big drawer at the bottom. I wish I would have gone for that unit now, but I'll explain why, and I'll put a picture of that unit in a minute so you see which one it is. So I've managed to put all the blocks and the hammers, block hammers, axe, crowbar, a few bits in here. But again, there's a lot of wasted space, so we'll keep that concept in mind. Bloody hell. This one again, right, this drawer is actually good size for what I've got in here. So I've got little air tools, all the air gun, air tools. It's perfect height for this. Hot glue gun, soldering iron, and space for more random miscellaneous awkward tools that can go in there. See, can you see how I've had to push it in? This is what I mean. Then let's go for the top drawer here. Now, all the random screwdrivers I got, miscellaneous, including one chisel, some security sort of drivers, anything like this, all in here. If I need a screwdriver, I open this, including these 2 little bit sets. Perfect. Now if you look at the height of the drawer, it is perfect for this, and this is what I'm saying. You can really break your tools down with these smaller drawers, giving you a lot more options and a lot more organization. Here I had all these loose spanners and stuff, so I've stuck them in there, and I thought while I'm there I just need to be practical. All the adjustable spanners are here. Got this old spark plug removal kit back in the day when I used to service my own car. I mean, I must have had this for over 20 years, so look, perfect for here. Now this stuff randomly gets thrown here, there, everywhere. All the spanners, I've got more spanners, but for this drawer, adjustable spanners, all these other loose spanners, ring spanners, perfect for you know, it's perfect there. If I need it, I know where it is. Now with a bit of weight on it, you see how easily that closed. This one here, all the files I've got, they all fit in here. All these other random scraping tools, some random tile tools, tin snips, all this sort of stuff. I just had to get it in out of the way, I thought, because this was splattered all over the workshop in different bins and boxes. Bang, it's all here, I know where it is. It's as simple as practical, functional. This drawer here, again, this is one of those thicker size drawers. Now this is where things get tricky. Now obviously the drawer is not small enough to get the small drawers. This won't go in there, that's the problem, because of this thick head on here. Yeah, again, Aldi special. So I thought, let me put these bins in here, and there's not enough space in the other drawers ideally for this smaller stuff like this, like these would have ideally gone in one of the smaller drawers, but I thought this works for now. All these wire brushes randomly thrown everywhere, it works here. Add to that this space here, so I thought, well, why not throw my drills and some of the chargers in here? But like I said, this could change, but right now it does the job. And you see how that closed, because of the weight, it closed a lot easier. This one, feel the weight on this. Got my welder there, welding gloves, got some crowbars, so show you crowbars at the bottom there. Put me crowbars there, so that's got some weight on it. And for now I've just thrown some of these tools in there. The bigger, bulkier tool, it does the job. I know where they are. This could change. That welder could be taken out, put somewhere else, but it does the job for now. Now you see that open and close easier because of the weight in there. Now, top drawer here. We always need measuring tapes or a knife, or you need one of your good pencils to do something. So top drawer here, a few little small random things that I just need. So that's why I'm saying this is the first drawer to the right. I need that stuff randomly here and there. You always need measuring tape, you always need these stuff, so easily accessible. Top drawer, it's out of the way. This drawer here, now look at this. This is how I laid it. When I open and close the drawer, this stuff stays where it is because of this black little foam pad, whatever it is. Good stuff, really good stuff. Scissors, cutters, croppers, all long nose pliers, cutters, all of that sort of stuff, all in one place. Perfect. That sort of stuff you always need it, regularly used. This drawer here I wasn't sure because I really need a wider drawer, so I just put all 2 Allen key sets that are in the workshop, thrown them in here. One of my special Henley block Allen keys, especially if you're doing live working. Not that I do live working, but I thought best way to put it. This came with the grinder, but like there's nowhere on the DeWalt grinder to put this, so you know what, let's keep it all together. And as there was a bit of space, I've only got one tester here in the workshop, one multimeter. Throw it in there, bit of space, no problem. It can move again, not a big deal. This drawer here, again, deeper drawer. This is the deeper drawer compared to, again, I'll show you, the not so deeper drawer. So I thought, what do we do with this? All the pens, some disposable gloves, some workwear gloves, pencils, markers, all these pens, all of that in here, out of the way, good height, I can grab it. You always need a pen or pencil around a workshop. I know where it is. Done. And this one, bloody hell. Right, I just threw this in here. A couple of goggles and everything. So look, I've not even fully filled it up really, yeah? Let me just turn the camera around. Right, so look. Honest review of this thing now. Firstly, look, it's not even completely full yet. There's still space there. But the amount of space that I have saved around the workshop. So my original idea, I had these shelves everywhere and I just threw stuff in boxes in the shelves. The gaps between the shelves is wasted space. This setup here, unless you built your own bespoke drawers, which again takes time and energy, this is the thing. This was, I'll confirm, I'll show you which product this is. This is, I got it for eBay. And I paid just around 580, around just under 600 quid. I'll put the exact price in the description, but just around 600 quid I paid with the discount, yeah? That's not bad. For what I've got, what it's given me, it's not bad. Now, I would have gone for the model I'm about to put up now on the screen is the model I would have now gone for. Now knowing what I know, I would have gone for this model. It would be more preferable for me. Because like I said, the thinner drawers go all the way from there to there. It's another 500mm longer, and then all the bigger drawers are just at the bottom. So there is no medium-sized drawer. And those little drawers, you can place everything, all the tools spread out in there. And this is, this is the most organized I've been. I look at this thing now, I'm thinking instead of on the other side where I was thinking I was gonna, really put my woodworking into place and really start, building stuff bespoke, size, height, doors, everything to fit me perfectly. I'm thinking just to save time, I might slowly invest in more of these. And the other thing I'll say is, look, been out with a few birds, about 3 kids, got brothers, sisters, I've fallen in love. I know what love is. I love my kids, I love my parents, my siblings, my friends. But this is a different kind of love. I have fallen in love with this unit. I know it's sad. Well, I genuinely have fallen in love with this thing. Yeah, and it's a real love, man. It's giving me so much space. And one of my coaches has told me to do things that I find joy in. I find joy being in the shed, being with the tools, doing stuff, making stuff, fixing stuff, building stuff. So I'm gonna have to spend more time here, instructed by my coach, with this thing now, which is the love of my life, because I love it. I absolutely love this thing. But like I said, I would have gone for the longer one. Now watch this space. The rest of this workshop is gonna get sorted. The old, just knock up a load of shelvings, throw a load of stuff in there, is not the way forward. If you're serious about your workshop, get organized. And if you looked at the shelving that was here, think about this. The shelving that was here, all the tools, not just from here, there was tools and shelves around there, here, there, everywhere. All of them are compiled into this. This is shorter that way, it is lower, and I've also got this space here now. So yeah, I would suggest I would buy it again, definitely. If you want even more organizational capabilities, go for the longer one. But most definitely, I love it. I love it. Kids, if you're watching, I love you too. but this is like your youngest brother or sister, and I love it just as much. Yeah, I'm definitely in love. Guys, thank you for watching Trade Tools DIY. There will be a lot more videos coming, and as I model this workshop fully to how I want it, get it to where I want, I'll be uploading videos regularly. I have got to 1,000 subscribers. By some miracle, I've made it to the 1,000. Like, subscribe, follow, and share, and I'll see you on the next one.